Welcome back to I Woke Up Like This. I'm your host, Dr. Claudia Thompson, and today we're going to talk about the connection between your body and your spiritual gifts. We're going to dive into body image and how that impacts you accessing your intuition. And I'm going to share with you a unique perspective that may help you access yourself just a little bit more. For starters, the body is the vessel with which we pull energy through. It is your channel, and the health of your channel matters. It determines the amount of information you can download, how much you can integrate and understand, and it affects your discernment ability, not just in the unseen realms, but also in the physical. If you're unwell, on medication, if you're in a lot of pain, this will impact your ability to hear your higher self. It will impact your ability to read the world around you. And that's why regulating your nervous system isn't just a physical practice. It's a spiritual one. Part of your purpose is connecting with the body. It is about working together with it instead of against it. Your body is not your enemy. By all means, it wants to be your partner in this life. That's why you chose to enter it. And no, we didn't come with a user manual, clear-cut instructions on how to move and feed ourselves and talk to ourselves and care for ourselves. But you absolutely can learn how. And no two bodies are the same. They won't have the same metabolism. They won't have the same energetic load that needs to be cleared in this life. There may be certain trials and tribulations that pop up specifically based on your soul assignment, and none of it is punishment. A lot of times when we start meditating and we start moving into the more unseen places and spaces to understand who we are, we forget about the body. There are a lot of spiritual bypassing and toxic spiritual conversations around ascending out of the body, when in reality, your job is to expand your consciousness and hold it within this vessel to maximize your experience in this realm. The purpose isn't to leave, to ascend from 3D to 5D and become a complete being of light. Your job here is to learn the balance, to balance the light energy with the density of this world, to feel deeply and to experience the higher and lower vibrational states through the body. You are learning, the body is learning. And if you work in partnership, everything goes a whole lot easier. If you struggle with food and your body image, what you look like, what you think the world will accept you as, those are hindrances to your spiritual understanding. If you beat up your body, if you use a lot of drugs or alcohol or overeat regularly, skip movement, and regard it with very little care, you're not going to reach your higher available experiences because you channel your frequency through your body. Now, this isn't about being perfect. This isn't having a rigorous workout plan and tracking everything that you eat and weighing yourself daily and maintaining a certain body fat percentage. That's not it. It's about doing your best to maintain homeostasis in your body. It's about regulating your nervous system when you're stressed. It's about getting enough sleep and drinking enough water. It's about making sure you have enough vitamins and minerals. It's about speaking kindly to yourself. It's about being grateful for your body and what it can do. It's about the blessing of waking up in this realm every day, because one day you will not. That is a fate none of us can avoid. So it's time to learn to love your experience. There's a lot of reasons why we struggle with body image, and a lot of them have to do with the cultural narratives that we absorb through marketing, through advertising, through celebrity culture. And even if we look at well-known spiritualists, there will be those that put on the pomp and circumstance and wear the outfits and go to the festivals that meet some sort of physical ideal that we're meant to pay attention to. But I want to ask you, who told you to pay attention to those things? Who told you to hyperfixate on what you look like? What size you are? Who told you that determined your worth? Really think about that. Was it your higher self, or was it conditioned programming from the world around you? Now I want you to think about the types of emotional states that are elicited when you don't feel good about yourself physically, when you don't feel like you fit the mold that society said you should be. How does that make you feel? It makes you feel less than. It makes you feel unworthy. And a lot of times it makes you feel a whole lot of shame. There's shame built into all areas of diet culture. And if you don't know what diet culture is, it is the set of community standards, cultural standards that are spoken through marketing, through advertising, through media that are a constant moving bar of what we should look like, what size we should be, what we should be wearing, what's popular. Because when you constantly move the bar, there's always more shame created until the population starts to wake up to the programming, starts to see that you are worthy because you are created. Does that absolve you of responsibility for taking care of yourself? No, it's your responsibility to move your body. It's your responsibility to feed it, to nourish it, to speak well to it, to clean it, to rest it. You're living in it. It's your responsibility. But that doesn't mean there needs to be any shame or any guilt from not looking like somebody who has 1 million Instagram followers, because no two people look exactly the same. Even identical twins have some little variations. You're not meant to fit into some mold. You're meant to be you, but you do need to physically take care of you. And that's one of the best ways to develop a good body image, is by caring for yourself, not punishing yourself, not over exercising because you had dessert. That's punishment. We're not beating ourselves up here. We're developing routines that work for ourselves. And that's going to look different for everybody. The time of day, the amount, the activity, the food, all of these things are going to be different for every person. I'm not here to sell you some caloric meal plan. Even though I have a master's in human nutrition and I'm a registered dietitian, I'm not going to tell you what you should eat. I'm not going to tell you how much you should move, because you should be asking your body that. It will speak to you if you start talking to it. It will tell you when it's hungry. It will tell you when it's full. It will tell you when it needs rest, when it's thirsty. It will give you different cravings at different times that satisfies different nutrients that you need. It will tell you when something is hurt or needs more attention. It will tell you when you're storing emotional trauma. It will alert you to dangers in your environment. But in order to hear all of those signs and synchronicities from your body correctly, to discern them the way that they were meant, means you have to take care of your body. You have to regulate your nervous system. You have to limit the substances that doesn't make it feel good. You have to stretch when it asks. You have to push a little harder so that your heart and your lungs continue to work. Your body loves to be taken care of. It loves to be spoken to nicely. But I want you to think about what happens when you talk to another person poorly, what that does to their mood, what that does to how they feel about you. Now think about all of the things that you've said to your body. Would you want to hang out with you? Think about it. Think about where you are right now in your journey with your body. Think about how you're really taking care of yourself. Do an inventory. Are you getting enough sleep? Are you drinking enough water? Are you eating enough calories? Are you eating too little? Is that food filling? Does it make you feel good? Are you using substances that hurt your body? And how are you speaking to it? Are you speaking to it like you love it or like you'd rather get rid of it for good? All of those answers determine the level with which you are able to hold energy, to process energy, how much of your authenticity you can experience. You can't run away from your body. You can't meditate yourself away from your body. You're connected. There's a cord, and if that cord cuts, you're no longer here. Your body is a sacred partner on this journey, one that you're meant to learn to care for. It can do absolutely miraculous things. I used to struggle deeply with my relationship with my body. I had eating disorders for years, every type you could think of. I overate, I underate, I abused diet drugs, I threw up my food, I worked out until I passed out, and there were times I didn't move at all. Those were some of the hardest years of my life, knowing that I wasn't my body, but I didn't want to be here. I didn't feel safe here, but I overcame all of that, all of it, and I have a beautiful, healthy relationship with my body. It took some time to get there because the beliefs that I had ingrained in my mind about not being worthy, not looking the way that the world said I should look, even though it was a constantly moving bar, because I didn't feel worthy at 100 pounds and I didn't feel worthy double that. It didn't matter because it was the belief structure in my brain that needed to be dismantled in order for me to heal, in order for me to feel. Because the reality is the hyperfixation on all of it took precedence in my mind. I couldn't fixate on who I was and what I was capable of when all I could think about was how much I ate and if I ate too much. And if I ate too much, how horrible of a person I was for doing so. It's wild for me to think about now because this is just not something that I experience at all, which goes to show you can move to realities where you love your life and you love your body, where you can feel energy through your body, where you can hear your higher self and your intuition because you've healed your nervous system from the traumas of your life and the traumas of the past. All of that is possible. So if you're struggling with your body image, what I want you to know is it doesn't always have to be that way. This is something you can transmute. This is something you can work through. You just have to stay committed to the process. Because if you're struggling with your body image, you've probably been pretty committed to beating yourself up every day. If you could switch that to healing yourself, you'll get there pretty fast, faster than you could imagine. And if you're struggling, this is part of your spiritual ascension. This is part of becoming who you are, because poor body image is a set of beliefs that are not true. They are not valid. And when you start to dismantle them, you actually start to see that. And you start to feel it, and you realize the cage that you've lived within. You have the key. All you have to do is unlock it. Your body is not your enemy. It can absolutely be your friend. You were meant to develop that friendship while you're here. You are meant to feel peace in your body. It's the vessel you channel you through. So don't ignore it. Continue feeling your feelings. Continue meditating. Continue exploring those unseen places and spaces. And then bring yourself home into your body. Learn to integrate all of the things that you've gathered and learn to pull out all of the things that don't belong there. The beliefs that hurt you, that hurt your body. I know this is a sticky thing to work through at times. I know there's a lot of societal pressure on us to look a certain way. I am not immune from that, but I also know you can heal to the point where it doesn't affect you any longer, where it moves out of your reality because it's frequency and pressure isn't in alignment with you anymore. So as I wrap up this episode, I want you to know that you have a future more beautiful than you can even imagine in front of you. Learn to be nice to you. If you've made it this far on YouTube, drop a heart in the comments. And if you're on any of the audio platforms, please leave me a 5-star review and hit the download button. It helps me immensely. You can develop a wonderful connection with your body. You've got this. Keep going.